Welcome to the Talkin Balls Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Took a couple of days off from YouTube. Played a little golf, spent some time with the family, rode around with the doors off the Jeep. Kind of the calm before the storm. Not a whole lot going on in recruiting this past weekend, but Tennessee has a busy month of June coming up. Some of the guys that we've been talking about will be on campus taking official visits. Some of those big-time wide receiver prospects, Mike Matthews, 5-star, going to be in town for an official visit this month. Also, Bryant Wesco, one of the top wide receivers in the country. Does Tennessee do enough? He is also going to be officially visiting. Can they move the needle and land a guy like Bryant Wesco? Also, some of the guys already committed, like Peyton Lewis, will be in town. J.J. Harrell is going to be in town for an official visit. That's a guy that's making a lot of people nervous. The things that he is putting out on Twitter, the crystal ball predictions saying he's going to flip. Tennessee also has some of those big defensive linemen going to be in town. Williams Winery, Kamarion Franklin, also Jordan Ross going to be in town. Just so many officials. We're going to be keeping you guys up to date throughout the month of June. But there is a big-time commitment coming up right around the corner, and that is in-state prospect Boo Carter puts out on Twitter. I will be announcing my commitment June the 17th at 8 p.m. in New York City. You can see there the final five: Ohio State, Tennessee, Oregon, Colorado, and Michigan. Now, you guys know how we do things around here. When we get a live commitment, we're going to try to cover it live. So we're going to be going live on June the 17th. We'll probably go around 7:30, 7:45, something like that. We'll count down to the commitment. We'll see if we can stream it live on air, and hopefully we will be celebrating Boo Carter, a guy that has seemed to be trending to Tennessee for quite some time. We're going to get into his recruitment in just a moment. But as always, do me a favor, smash the thumbs up just below the video. That is quick, free, and easy. It also helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the Talkin Balls Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media. What we're doing here, we're building a community of Tennessee fans. For the fans, by the fans. If you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Like I said, it's going to be a very busy June. Coming up on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to be doing a live film breakdown. George McIntyre versus Deuce Knight, two of the top quarterback prospects in the class of 25 that Tennessee is currently leading for both. Who's the priority? We're going to get into it and talk about it Thursday, June the 15th, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Sports Talk Jay will be in the house. But then tonight, every single Monday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, we're going live. We're playing some NCAA football, and we're talking all things Tennessee football. So come hang out with me tonight. Should be a good time. Let's first take a look at Boo Carter. Again, priority for this class. And why is he a priority? Well, first and foremost, he's an in-state kid, Chattanooga kid. You can see there the On3 industry rankings, 4-star prospect, third-ranked player out of the state of Tennessee. And one of the things that I continue to go back to when we talk about Boo Carter is something that Austin Price said just coming off the 865 live event, the Memorial Day weekend recruiting event. Boo Carter, one of those guys that was in town on campus for that weekend. And he said, AP said that kids flock to Boo Carter, that he's the guy in this class that kids just want to be around. So the sooner you get him in the boat, then the quicker he becomes a recruiter for Tennessee in this 2024 class. Now, outside of that, athletically, the kid's phenomenal. Myself, Coach Jay, did a film breakdown on him. Actually, I will link it at the end of this video. As this video is wrapping up, it'll be right around in here somewhere. Click on it, go check it out. It's a great film breakdown because Boo Carter is an interesting kid. He's listed as an athlete because he plays wide receiver. He plays running back, and he also plays safety. So you break it down the film, we talked about what position could Tennessee utilize him at the most. But let's take a little bit of a look here at his recruitment. This is an article from SI.com. 4-star athlete Boo Carter announces commitment date and top schools. Says here, Boo Carter and the Tennessee Volunteers have become almost synonymous at this point. They have been linked to each other throughout Carter's entire process. He's been close to making a collegiate decision several times. Tennessee felt good about their chances in each instance. He has finally set a public commitment date for June the 17th. He will announce at the 4040 Club in New York City at 8 p.m. Eastern time. He has 5 suitors he will be choosing from. Again, Colorado, Michigan, Ohio State, Oregon, and Tennessee. And, you know, it brings up an interesting point there, and it gives me confidence that Tennessee's in a good spot because he has been close to pulling the trigger. But Boo Carter is a kid that enjoys the process. He likes the attention. He enjoys having fun on Twitter. He's been taking visits, and there's nothing wrong with that. But he's been close. He's been close to pulling the trigger a couple of times. And when you go to On3 and you look at the recruiting prediction machine, Tennessee over 92%. Why is that? Well, they're experts. They're insiders. National recruiting analyst Sam Spiegelman has already put in a prediction to Tennessee. Chad Simmons, the director of recruiting at On3, put in a prediction to Tennessee. Both of those came back on March the 31st. You go to 247 Sports, you look at his profile, the two guys that you're always watching, the guys that have the best information, Steve Wiltfong, director of recruiting at 247 Sports, Ryan Callahan of VAWLS 247, both put in the predictions, the crystal balls for Boo Carter to Tennessee. So he's been close. You got to like where Tennessee is at. Now let's go down here and take a look at this. Says he's been recruited to play both sides of the ball in college, but would play defensive back for the Volunteers. That's been a talking point as well, because some people think that maybe Boo Carter wanted to play offense. Is that a concern? Does Tennessee have to kind of court to that and say, well, maybe we'll use you on the offensive side of the ball, or maybe we'll use you on the defensive side of the ball? I know at the 865 Live event, he spent a lot of time with Willie Martinez. Goes on to say that he's got elite athleticism at 5'11", 175 pounds, projecting him to play star in college. Says here he reminds me a lot of a Georgia defensive back, Javon Bullard. Rangy instincts and a lot of force at the point of contact. Goes on to say Tennessee needs someone who can come downhill from the secondary and play consistent run defense. It is one of their biggest weaknesses throughout Coach Josh Heupel's tenure. Volunteer Country evaluated Carter in January and laid out the full scope of what he brings. Here's the scouting report. It says testing numbers are eye-popping, a 4.3940. Give me the speed. SEC speed. 10.7 in the 100 and a 4.35 second shuttle. Says those measurables are unrivaled across the country. His short area quickness separates him. Carter has elite hip dexterity and ankle flexion, allowing him to change directions in various manners. The Tennessee native knows how to alter his approach based on his position. This is especially apparent at running back. He routinely runs outside zone concepts that rely on his ability to get back inside. While defenders close in, Carter gets low and explodes in a different direction, creating yards of separation. I'm telling you guys, as I read this scouting report, if you're not getting excited, you got to go back and watch that film breakdown. Again, I'll link it at the end, because as the video progresses, we go through and we look at each position: wide receiver, running back, safety. Boo Carter can do it all, and that's what makes him such a special kid, and it's the athleticism, the speed. Goes on to say you must be a refined athlete to play as many positions as Carter. Everything looks effortless for him. He glides in and out of breaks, unzips his feet in space, and gets through progressions as running back, has natural movement from the safety position, diagnoses, attacks, breaks down while staying in stance if necessary, then explodes again. The conversation between identifying and attacking is seamless for him. So again, you read off the numbers, the elite speed that Boo Carter has. Are you concerned about his size? 5'10", 180 pounds. I know the scouting report there predicted him to star. What if he ends up at safety? He'll need to put on a little weight, 5'10", 180. We've seen this coaching staff who they're looking for at corner with more length, more height. So we'll see where Boo Carter ends up. I like him in the secondary at the safety or the star position. What do you guys think? Hit the comment section and let me know. What position would you play him at? Go watch the film breakdown, then come back and leave a comment. But again, busy month coming up for Tennessee. I rattled off some of the names that are going to be in town. 4-star offensive lineman Max Anderson, Williams Winery, Kamarion Franklin, Daniel Calhoun, Edwin Spillman, another big-time in-state prospect. Jarrett Gibson, the number one running back in the country, is going to be in town. Mike Matthews, Bryant Wesco, current commit Peyton Lewis, another big running back target. Braylon Russell, also scheduled to make a decision coming up soon. I think his decision is coming in July. We're going to live stream that one as well. But I think this next month of visits bleeding into decisions coming in July could determine whether or not Tennessee ends up in the top 5 for the class of 24. It's not over. It's not over in July, but I think this is where you're going to do the majority of your work. So stay tuned. We'll keep you guys up to date. Like I said, as always, smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. I would greatly appreciate it. And make sure your memberships are up to date. If you're a member of this channel, we appreciate the support. If you're not, you can hit the join button down below. Just $1 a month. $1 a month, you financially contribute to what we are building here, giving me the opportunity to do this full time. I appreciate that support. I can't thank you guys enough. I know I say the word all the time, but it's so true. I'm grateful for your support. You get custom Talkin VAWLS emojis, fan call-in shows, all kinds of fun perks and benefits. But then jump into the comment section. That is quick, free, and easy. Let's talk a little Tennessee football, because this is the Talkin Balls Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.